Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Elder Needs Law, our YouTube show where we show off services and resources available to our senior citizens or the disabled in the South Florida community. And today I am thrilled to have Lisa Peters on the show. Lisa is the Director of Senior Services and of the Noble A. McCarter Senior Center. That's all affiliated with the SunServe organization. And we're going to learn so much more about what that is and what Lisa does. Lisa, welcome, and please introduce yourself. Tell us about what you do.
All right, thank you, Jason. I'm Lisa Peters, and like Jason said, I am the Director of Senior Services at the Noble A. McCarter Adult Daycare Center and SunServe. SunServe is an LGBT social services organization. Our main office is located in Wilton Manors. Our Noble McCarter Adult Daycare Center is the first LGBT-friendly daycare center in the world. We opened we opened in 2004. Edith Lettenberg was from the ADRC. She was our big champion in getting us opened, and we are actually named after her friend and assistant, Noble A. McCarter. So that's how we became into existence. The daycare services, senior services itself is more than just the daycare, but I'm going to talk about the daycare first.
Okay.
At the daycare,
and by the way, actually, this is really important stuff because the LGBT, especially the elder, I don't know if that's fair, but the elder LGBT population is chronically underserved. I think that's a fair statement.
Oh, absolutely.
And so what you're doing, offering these services, is so vitally important to that community, which is a significant community, especially here in Broward County and South Florida in general. So you're bringing these services, they're LGBT focused and oriented. And I just want everyone to realize what we're talking about here, because everyone knows someone who needs this type of help. And we want the goal for everyone, in my mind, is to have them age with respect and dignity. And that is so much more difficult when you're in the LGBT population. And so I want everyone to recognize that. And I really want to focus on why what you do is so important. So please, I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. Tell us about senior services and this community center. And thank you for what you're doing.
No, and I couldn't have said it better myself. It is a very underserved population. And at the daycare center, we not only serve the LGBT clients, but we also serve their family members. So they are comfortable and they feel included in everything that we do.
Terrific.
So the daycare center, like I said, we've been in business since 2004. And we are open Monday through Fridays, 8:30 to 5. We are there to provide respite for caregivers. We're there for a safe place for seniors who otherwise would be home alone and not safe. We provide a varying calendar of events. We do chair exercises and brain games and bingo, of course, and
meals, I would imagine.
We do meals where if we do get our meals, we get our meals from Broward Meals on Wheels. So we are considered a congregate meal site. So our clients that come on the paratransit for Broward Tops, they are not charged for the trip to come to and from the daycare.
Oh, that's important.
It is important because otherwise every trip through Tops, I believe, is like $350 each way. So that is of no charge to any of the clients. And that's how the majority of our clients do get to and from the center. We do arts and crafts and music, and we try to keep them engaged, because one of the enrollment requirements is the clients must have a diagnosis of dementia or need assistance with 2 activities of daily living. And the other one is they must be over the age of 60. I am contracted through the Area Agency on Aging in Broward County. I am funded from federal dollars, the Older Americans Act. So it's fully subsidized for my clients. There is no charge for my clients to attend the center.
Okay.
Um,
So you're
and
60 years old, you need either dementia or need assistance with 2 activities of daily living. And that's it. If you meet that criteria, you can come to the McCarter Center.
well, then they also have to be able to toilet themselves because we
yeah.
are a social model. We are not hands-on
Right.
medical.
Uh-huh.
So they do have to do that. And of course,
Okay.
they have to clear, a TB test and of course a COVID negative test at this point.
And anything like having to prove financial need, or you just kind of assume if they're there, then we'll accept them and we'll do whatever they need.
No, our services are not based on income, although it is part of the required assessment that we must complete annually.
Okay.
That is a question that is asked, but it's usually kept within the Department of Elder Affairs, their computer system,
Yeah.
really to see that in the future, if they're eligible for other programs that are income-based.
Yeah, because in my world, I do a lot of Medicaid planning, and there are very strict income and asset requirements. If you don't meet the criteria, you don't get the service, unless, of course, we do our strategic maneuvering and things like that. But it's not. I just want to emphasize, it's not like that with you guys in terms of you're not asking for proof of income or bank statements and things like that. If they are continent, if they're over the age of 60, if they need help with 2 ADLs or have dementia, they're in. Is that fair?
Correct. That is fair. And that is true. We do try to accommodate everyone who comes to us. It's very rare that that somebody requires a level of care that we are unable to accommodate. So we really do try to make things happen for clients.
Terrific. All right, so we have the senior center. They come, they can get their meals, they have activities, and you're enriching their brain. They have a place to congregate and feel safe. What else falls under the senior services umbrella that SunServe and you are providing?
Well, you get me, and
Nice.
I am case manager extraordinaire.
Yep.
So I provide variants. If they need an application for food stamps done, if they need the application for TOPS done, I make a lot of referrals to other services and other organizations, whatever meets their needs. They all know, the caregivers all know they can come to me, and I'm going to help assist them with whatever they need to get settled in, and to help them through whatever they need to get through. I also have the EHEAP program, which is I have a contract with the Area Agency on Aging to assist low-income seniors over the age of 60 in paying their electric bill that is past due or final notice. And that is income-based. It's based on income. So you do have to show proof of income. It's for any household with a person of 60 and older residing in, and we take care of their electric bills.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a very, very, very busy since COVID. It's been extremely busy.
And do you pay this bill in perpetuity, or is there a time limit on it? It's just for a few months of assistance? How does that work? That's super interesting.
It's usually the usual program. I can assist the client twice a year. They have what they call 2 seasons, the heating and the cooling season. Of course, it's all one here in South Florida, but it's a federal program, so we go with that. But I can usually assist twice a year. But since the pandemic, they have changed the rules a little bit. So there's a cap maximum of assistance that can occur, and they can be helped as often as they need to be assisted up until the max limit. And so there's some people that I'm helping, like usual, twice a year. They call me and I help them, and there's others that I've been paying their electric bill, it seems, every other month.
Got it. So, okay. Terrific. If someone wants to learn more about this program, how can they reach you? How can they reach the center? What's a good phone number for people to call?
Okay, the best number to reach me is 954-764-5150, and then press extension 103. And leave a message. I always return my messages. So please leave a message, and especially with a phone number, people tend to forget to leave their phone number. So please leave your phone. Please leave your phone number if you want.
Don't make Lisa scroll through the caller ID.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a link to the website, the sunserve.org/seniors. We'll put that in the show notes as well. Lisa, thank you so much for sharing this resource that I don't think enough people know about, and we're going to do our part to see if we can get the word out for you. And is there anything else that you think we missed or you want to cover?
Actually, there's one more thing that I do. It's actually been on hold, obviously, since the pandemic. I'm getting ready to restart in December, but I hold monthly luncheons for LGBT seniors. It's the second Friday of every month. It's held at ArtServe. It's usually a lunch and learn type thing. Nice. Sometimes there's entertainments. I do leave it up to the attendees. At the beginning of the year, I usually do a survey and say, what topics do you want to hear about?
Right.
And I find them the topics, the people that cover those topics. And we provide lunch, and it's something very near and dear. And we are starting again. The first one will be December 10th.
Terrific.
And it's from 11 to 1. And yes, it's on the website.
Terrific. This is Lisa Peters, the Director of Senior Services and the Noble A. McCarter Senior Center with SunServe. Lisa, thank you very much for sharing this very valuable information, and we will share it with as many people as we can. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for having me. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too.
Bye.